Hey YouTube, Jethro. Time to can tomatoes, man. I tell you what, I went out there today and it seemed like everything started turning all at once. I've got 26 plants of regular tomatoes and then 4 plants of cherry tomatoes. But, well, my regular tomatoes, I've got some we call Big R's. And the reason we call them Big R's, that's this pretty boy right here. I love them when they're ugly. Ugly ones love you better. But anyway, this plant, he threw out a bunch of his stuff in a compost pile, and this has been over 10 years ago. And the next spring, after he uses compost, what he was going to use, he started having some volunteer tomato plants come up, and it was right at the corner of his garden. So he went ahead and staked one plant. And this one plant, at one time, had over 80-some tomatoes on there, and they was all good size. So he went ahead and took the seeds out of a few of them and had them and saved them up and started planting them. And, you know, we've been doing those for the past, well, 8 or 9 years out here. And like I said, we call them Big R's. They just put on some big, nice tomatoes. Good flavor, just really ugly, and I love them. The rest of them, I've got some early girls, or they call them pink ladies. They're a smaller tomato, but man, they're rich in flavor. Just got many tomatoes, various sizes. That's what we're going to do is can today. The other day I did get some cucumbers from a friend. He'd been overloaded with them. A little bit bigger in size, so I sliced them up and I made a bunch of bread and butters. I got some more of that to do today. I've been out weeding the garden. Got some soaker hoses going on the Brussels sprouts, which are loaded down, so working on a boat. I've got all different kinds of crap going on. But today is canning tomato day, and we'll try to give a few pointers of the way I do them. Hey, here's also an idea. I do not drink that crap. That tastes like pea water to me. I'm sorry, my daddy's girl, but that's just not good beer. But anyhow, fits 8 jars, nice, tight, and snug. Stack one on top of another. So if you know somebody who drinks the Coors Light 18-pack bottles, it's a perfect fit. Okay, guys. Hopefully this won't take too long. If it does not, I'll add it to the video. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this real time. Basically, tomatoes. These are the smaller ones. I try to do them about the same size each time I go to blanch. That way they all come out about the same time. And our temperature with the wind and everything and the rain, we probably dropped about 10-15 degrees at least. I think we're probably around 75-80 degrees, and with the wind blowing I got to put a piece of tin up and put the lid on it to keep the boil up, or at least to bring it to boil quicker. It shouldn't take but about a minute. You know what they say, watch pot won't boil. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off, and then I'll just let you know how much time it took. Okay guys, that was about 2.5 minutes. And what I look for, which these got just a little bit extra done with the lid on, but I wait until the skin starts to crack. Right now they're pretty hot. So, next step, if I can show it, I'm just going to dump them in this ice water. Like I said, they overcooked just a little bit, but the ice water is going to stop everything that's going on right now. I'm going to give another batch back in my boiling water and just keep cycling through. Now here in a minute, I'm going to start lifting them out. I'll show you real quick. You know, even this, the skin ain't broke yet. Once you go to pop that top and just kind of grab it around the center, boom, that skin pretty much just dives off of it, okay? Put those over into a clean bucket, keep it covered because it won't take long for the flies to come around. Keep another bucket around, throw your skins in, throw them back in your garden, let them compost down. Cool people, so it's been a long day, and talking to the wife, this is about a 3-gallon pail, 18 quart. We got a local food distributor store that carries these, and I get a good discount on them. But anyway, I've been called out about 3 different times to go help people with different things, so we decided instead of just canning these whole, we're just going to make a whole big old batch of salsa. It's really easier and pretty easy. If you guys, I mean, I've got my own salsa recipes I use, but the simplest thing is Mrs. Wages. make 6 or 7 pints, and I went and got 3 of those, and then I add quite a bit of different stuff to it. But we're going to go ahead and make these into salsa. We eat quite a bit more salsa, and really whole tomatoes is a lot cheaper to buy by the can than the salsa. So if I run out of tomatoes this year, my can style, it's a lot cheaper for me to buy the canned tomatoes than it is to buy all the salsa that we eat. So anyway, later. Okay guys, so like I said, we had a change of plans. I had got called out a couple times yesterday for helping people, so started turning the stuff into salsa. This time I cheated. I used the Mrs. Wages salsa stuff, which is not bad. It tastes pretty darn good, but to what they call for one package of that mix, it's like 6 pounds of tomatoes. I also cut up 1 whole onion and a couple jalapenos and throw it in the mix, and I add some taco season or cumin and chili powders and some garlic, and that's the way we do ours. And if it tastes a little bit too sour before you jar it, add a little bit of brown sugar or white sugar, it doesn't matter, just to take a little bit of the acidity out, but add it very little at a time and stir it in, retaste it. So I ended up getting 10 pints off of 2 batches, which would have been 12 pounds of tomatoes, and I've still got another probably 12 pounds left in the house to mess with. And I've also got a bunch of cucumbers that I salt brined, and I'm doing pickles also. So staying really busy. Jethro out.